So I'm going to be responding to a video from our favorite miserable alcoholic, Warcorpse 666, also known as Lord of Patriarchy, also known as Big Man Productions, also known as Dave Nordahl, also known as Warcorpse Live, also known as Human Misery Made Manifest. And he's just a dumb motherfucker because in his most recent response to my critique of his shitty book, which, my video is part 5, his is Warcorpse 666 versus the most boring man in the world, 2. He legit says about the fact that he basically bullied the shit out of this fucking, he said some really fucked up things about a woman of significant carriage. And he legit says this in the video. Go watch the fucking video. He fucking says that, how could I harass her when her audience is bigger than my audience? Because that's how harassment fucking goes. That's literally, that makes no fucking sense, but that's literally what he fucking says in the goddamn video. And I watched, half his fucking video before I had to pull the fucking ejection, the fucking ripcord, the ejection seat release, because it was just, he was just like, I'm the same as the fucking, the gay people in this fucking scenario of masterpiece cake shops and, blah, 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 blah. He fucking says this shit, right, in the video. But that's not the video I'm going to be responding to. I did fucking record a response. I only made it 8 fucking minutes into his video, and my video was like 30 minutes long. So I was going to sit through the other fucking 8 minutes to get, get completion. So I was just like, fuck this, I'm done. Because I couldn't sit through the rest of his fucking video. But I'm going to be sitting through another fucking video. And I really wish I had fucking liquor of any kind. And if you want to help me, have liquor in videos to help null the fucking, numb and null the fucking pain that I'm putting myself through, you can go to my Patreon and, donate $1, $5, or $10, and you can tell me what I fucking make videos about, and you get a shout out in fucking, in the credits of the video. And, I'll get liquor, I'll get a fucking better mic, I'll get a better fucking camera. But for real, I'll probably, if any money you give me, I'll probably spend on liquor. Because God knows I fucking need to respond to his fucking videos. Anywho. So the video I'm going to be responding to is titled White Men and White and Men are both capitalized. Need to share this country. And then WTF is capitalized. It's all capitalized. And with an exclamation point. And the description box literally says, okay, this article is a piece of racist garbage. Go. So here's the link. I thought I said go to the link. But so here's the link. And he actually links to it. God. So let's just get to the fucking video. The video is 14:38, by the way. So this video is probably going to be like 40 fucking minutes, given my penchant for going on fucking rants. So, let's get to it.
Okay, I came across this article, and it's from the Right or Unite group, and they basically don't like conservatives. They basically say conservatism and unity cannot coexist. Choose unity.
Where's the lie? Like, conservatives hate socialist programs. They hate communists. They hate communist fucking programs. They fucking hate, they claim to hate identity politics, even though they're the ones who are like, white people are the best. You know, they're also just a bunch of hypocrites. You know, it's like the gay marriage is gonna somehow fuck over marriage equality or marriage sanctity. Let's select a guy who's been married 3 times, is cheated on his all 3 fucking wives, one of which he fucking cheated on while they were pregnant. But let's elect him because sanctity of marriage. So, yeah. Fuck conservatives.
Not sure how the fuck. So, people with conservative opinions, they can't exist.
You literally read the fucking text. It says, conservatism and unity cannot coexist. It doesn't say that conservatism can't exist. It just can't coexist with everybody else who's gone past all the petty bullshit. And, it's like everybody in the Unity Party is like, let's get every fucking buddy from every walk of life, and let's go fuck up the fascist dickheads who fucking voted for a crypto fascist, and let's fight white supremacy with everybody else. That's another thing. Conservatism is very racist.
The U.S. Constitution was written women, LGBTs, minorities, and the poor had either limited or no rights. Not entirely true, but...
Actually, that is completely true, because if that wasn't true, why the fuck did women and minorities have to fight for their right to fucking vote? Like, you can't fucking... It's not completely fucking true, It's not like being gay was... criminalized during the Constitution times. And it's not like white landowning men were the only ones who could fucking vote. Like, yeah, it's not like women were just a fucking afterthought. And fucking gay folk and trans folk, non-binary folk, everybody who, is alive today, probably wouldn't have been alive back in the fucking day. Slaves were fucking a thing when the Constitution was written. Like, a majority of the Founding Fathers owned fucking slaves. George Washington owned slaves. Thomas Jefferson owned slaves and raped slaves. And he admitted to it in letters and shit. I think there's only like one Founding Father who didn't own slaves and found slavery distasteful, but he, kind of got... He was in the minority. But yeah. Also, debtors' prisons were a fucking thing. I'm pretty sure in the early United States. Because I think they were thinking the fucking early, like, the colonial era. So, who the fuck is going to debtors' prison except for, the fucking poor people who can't pay shit?
Each time any of these groups push for equal rights, conservatives were there to push back and never to preserve inequality. No, that's just your fucked up opinion. Now,
that's actually the case. Like, fucking all, like, it was like traditional values. Traditionalists were the ones who were like, nah, women shouldn't have the right to vote. Like, yeah, civil rights movement. I'm sure you'll be like, well, it was the fucking Democrats who did blah 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 shit during the all that bullshit claptrap. I was like, it was the Democrats, even though the Democrats were fucking conservative at the fucking point. And then the Republicans and conservatives swapped fucking places. So, the Republicans became the Conservative Party and the Liberal Party became the Democrats. And like Dixiecrats and all this other shit.
I love this thing of conservatism and unity cannot coexist. Choose unity.
Well, you are someone who doesn't like unions, which are all about unity, so...
Conservatives, and they talk about how it's always been contrary to a truly united country of equal opportunity, and then they have this. White men need to decide if they want to share the rest of this country with us. This is wrote by Zach.
He didn't even pronounce the fucking title right. It's white men need to decide if they want to share this country with the rest of us.
Becky Edwards, who I assume is the guy who runs this piece of shit site.
It's a piece of shit because I disagree with it.
To those who think they do want to share, you're probably helping those who don't more than you think. No, I don't want to share the shit that I earn with you.
And what exactly have you earned except for, you know, the ire of a lot of people in your real life and people on fucking YouTube? You know? And it's like, I presume he means, you know, like, the taxes that he pays. And it's like, he's one libertarian rant away from being like, taxation's theft.
Because, I earned it. Just as you don't want to share your shit with me. And of course, we have 3
You're assuming that.
bros sitting around what I guess is a bar with the most boring plate of fucking nachos in the universe. Seriously, where's the cheese? Where's the jalapenos? Where's the ground beef?
Not everybody wants to eat that shit, you slovenly, drunken asshole.
America has never been shared. It's
Not really.
For everyone to play together nicely, but white men have been playing with it for 242 years. Rarely have ever letting anyone else play with that.
Yeah.
Slavery ended 150 years.
Yes, you know what took its place? Jim Crow, you historically illiterate scumbag.
Oh, women have had the right to vote for 100 years. We have black CEOs, black Supreme Court justices, black four-star generals. It's like we've been sharing quite well. But I hate to say this, we built the motherfucker.
No. Motherfucker. The White House was built by fucking slaves. This country was built by fucking slaves. The railroad was fucking created and made by fucking Chinese immigrants who we didn't treat all that fucking well. The Native fucking Americans, like, they were here long before white people showed the fuck up. They were doing cracker fucking jack. Then we showed up and started shitting everywhere and was like, you gotta move other places because we want the good land and fuck you, Native peoples. It's like, white people built America. Wow.
White men are a minority at only 36%. Black men are only 6%. They account for 68% of police officers, 70% of Congress, 91% of Fortune 500 CEOs, and 98% of all U.S. presidents. That's apparently despite being the majority, or the minority, at only 36%.
Did you realize you can still be a minority and still have, like, fucking Jesus Christ. You do realize that they're the minority, but they're in the majority of power positions because of how they set the fucking country. So,
what's your point? Apparently we have the talent to get this done.
the talent. Mm-hmm. Because when I think of white people, I think of talent. Not milquetoast, fucking sad sacks of shit.
So? That's not sharing. No. You know what? You know what's sharing? Having equal opportunity. You know what's not sharing? Having equality for outcome. What's your solution? What, that white men shouldn't run for Congress or become cops? Not strive to become CEOs or found companies of their own? Not be allowed to run for president?
Well, most of our white presidents were kind of assholes. And we just elected a criminally colluding president, so after we had, the very competent fucking black president. So.
Everything is 50-50 or 36%. The country was originally founded by white men. There's no denying that. Women and minorities had little or no rights.
That's true.
For centuries, the country has barely been around for centuries.
Yes, and from its inception, it was very skewed towards rich land-owning white people. Specifically, white men.
Been around for 2.5. White men.
Yes, and you know what? You could have made the country equal from the fucking get-go, but the fucking founders didn't do that shit, because they like profiting off of the fucking sweat, blood, and tears of minorities.
Still, I've not been willing to adequately share positions of power and influence with others. White men need to decide if they want to continue to keep society alive, or if they genuinely want to share the country with the rest of us. Well, again, we have black CEOs, we have female CEOs.
No, you sure shit haven't built fucking anything. Except for, a beer belly and cirrhosis of the fucking liver. And probably, significant brain damage from drinking so fucking much and pickling yourself. And again, white people built this fucking country. Fucking holy shit. Fuck me. White people in Europe barely built a fucking thing for centuries.
And again, isn't it a little racist to think to assume that we're not willing to share?
No, because there's people like you, Warcorpse, who don't you fucking said you don't like sharing shit with people. Things you've earned, blah blah blah. You think the fucking country was built by goddamn white people when it fucking wasn't built by white people. It was built on the backs and with the blood, sweat, and tears of fucking immigrants that white people brought in and then fucking had distaste for because they were willing to do all they were doing all the work that the fucking white people couldn't fucking do. And when they wanted to be treated fucking equally, the white people didn't like this shit, so they started to massively fuck them up, over and shit.
We must step down from these places just to what? Like some black guy that did nothing to deserve it, did nothing to earn it?
Motherfucker! Our fucking president didn't do a fucking thing to earn any of the wealth he's had. The Koch brothers didn't do anything to fucking gain the money they fucking have. Like, because apparently old money is a new concept to fucking Warcorpse.
I imagine most white men either don't want to share this country or are indifferent, simply believe they would be worse off in an equal society. We have an equal society!
No, we fucking don't, jackass. Because people are only listening with regards to gun violence now that a bunch of white kids got fucking shot and killed and they've had fucking enough of this shit. You fucking openly disregard Black Lives Matter and the movement therein. You show apathy, towards, Trayvon Martin's murder, Philando Castile's fucking murder. The NRA shows no fucking concern for Philando Castile's murder, even though he was a fucking legally gun-owning motherfucker, but they're fucking silent when he got fucking murdered, because he was fucking a shade darker than us. It fucking, you seriously don't give a shit. Like, you're the one who's like, when people bring up like, well, I got fucking kicked out of my house, you're like, well, there must be something else. If you had a job, there's no other reason why you got kicked out. You must have been a drug addict or this, that, or the other fucking thing. And society didn't play a role in any of this shit and blah, 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 blah. You just spout this fucking nonsense from fucking morning to fucking night. No, we fucking don't, because there's still barriers. He's like, I don't see the fucking barriers because I'm a white guy, but like it's equal opportunity. Even though, again, black people are getting fucking slaughtered whole hog in the fucking streets like dogs, and Warcorpse doesn't give a shit. A lot of white America doesn't give a shit until it's become too fucking like too insurmountable to fucking ignore. Like, Trayvon Martin got shot by a cocksucker named George Zimmerman. Stand his ground and all that other bullshit. He didn't get, Trayvon Martin got fucking killed. Tamir Rice got killed by a fucking cop for having a fake fucking gun. But the fucking guy who did the Florida fucking mass shooting got taken alive. Dylan Roof got taken alive. There's the fact that Brock Turner got a lighter sentence than someone of Hispanic background for the same fucking crime. Like, obviously, equality isn't, like, just because you don't see the inequality doesn't mean that the inequality isn't there. You fat, pudgy fuck. You probably can't see your own penis, let alone other people's suffering. So how about you shut the fuck up? And check yourself. Do like I've done. Change your fucking perspective once in your fucking life. And your world will change. I've had epiphanies recently. I've always been a left-leaning, motherfucker. But up until recently, when I watched, 13th, and, I read books by Michael Eric Dyson and Ta-Nehisi Coates. Like, it took till then for me to actually have this shit click in my brain, and now I actually see the inequality. You should fucking do that, but you probably can't read fucking books, which is, it's not a fucking excuse because there are audiobooks. You can get Ta-Nehisi Coates' fucking book on audiobook. You can get Michael Eric Dyson's fucking books, You can get other fucking... you can get other books written by people of color on fucking audiobook. You can listen to this shit, but you don't want to listen to this shit because you're an obstinate, pig-headed brute of a piece of shit. So, yeah.
What you don't have, what you're never going to have, is equality of outcome. We're experiencing record inequality with the three richest Americans having the same amount of wealth as the poorest half of the U.S. But so fucking what? That's capitalism.
Yes, and capitalism's fucked up, you dipshit. That's why fucking people are homeless. That's why people are starving. That's why people are freezing to death in their own homes because they can't pay their fucking heating bill. Because things are expensive. Food's expensive. Heating's, whether it be electric or oil, it's expensive. Again, rent's fucking expensive. If you have a mortgage, mortgages can be expensive.
Oh, by the way, you get the same shit in socialism.
And how do you know this? You don't fucking like socialism. You probably don't fucking stand socialism.
Every election cycle, half the population comes out, support the top 1%, inequality, another benefit with their black, white, or purple Republicans have had a long history of enacting policies that benefit the wealthy at the expense of everyone else. Oh, you mean the wealthy job creator?
The wealthy job creators that are leaning towards more automation of jobs. That's why you have the, those self-checkout stations in shit like ShopRite and Walmart and Wawa and, fucking Whole Foods. And, I've seen those fucking things in Home Depot. Because they're job creators. They're not wealth accumulators. It's like, that's why they're against a $15 minimum wage. Because they want to create jobs, and they want to make sure people fucking don't starve to death and have a living fucking wage. There's... Are you an objectivist? Are you like a Randy fucking objectivist? Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
The people that are responsible for creating jobs.
Also exploiting sweatshops and poor people. That's why they outsource jobs to countries where they don't have a minimum wage. It can pay people nickels and dimes for work that should be getting paid tens of dollars to do the shit. It's like, Apple totally doesn't outsource a lot of its shit fucking, in China. Fucking...
Trump.
Fuck Trump. Fuck that miserable walking bankruptcy.
Non-wealthy white men may benefit from the racial hierarchy. What racial hierarchy? I am a white male.
Yeah.
Could anyone name me one right and privilege under the law that I have that a woman or a black guy doesn't also have?
You could probably kill a black person and maybe get away with it. Your interactions with police are probably different than, say, a person of color. I know my fucking interactions with police are way different than someone of color. I've gotten stopped by the cops numerous fucking times walking to my friend's house. And if I'd been a shade darker than I am right fucking now, things probably would have went a different fucking way. And it's like, fucking, what, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, there's a hierarchy, the social stratification's a thing. So, again, you may not see a privilege, but there is a privilege. Probably because you don't, the way you talk, you probably don't have a lot of people of color as friends. And, I don't either. And that's just... I don't know why. Because I'm an asshole, probably. And, again, like, I'm sure, there's no way in hell you have friends who, are women. Unless they're some anti-feminist fucking idiots. So... Well, one, you're recording this video. Two, if someone actually did present you with an example, you'd probably ignore it.
Any right at all that I have that they don't.
Again, your interaction with police, my interactions with police are fire. Again, just read Michael Eric Dyson's book, Tears We Cannot Stop. Read that fucking book. And just see... Michael Eric Dyson is a fucking professor, right? He's a wealthy dude, but he's gotten stopped by the police and has this ever hanging sort of Damocles over his head that he might get killed by a fucking cop because he's black. That's shit that black people have to deal with constantly. That's shit that me and you don't have to fucking deal with. Again, Tamir Rice was a fucking 12-year-old. He got characterized as, a thug. But the fucking dickhead who shot up the Florida high school, a broken child. But yeah, there's not two different fucking Americas.
So apparently white guys like me generally fall into three categories. Go back to your country. These are obviously outwardly bigoted white men who believe diversity is a weakness and that whites are race.
Yeah.
Exclusively benefit white men. They march with tiki torches, trophies,
yeah.
I have used this line before, but I've used it on people like Nazi Hanzo, who constantly basically shit all over this country and basically say how wonderful Africa is, and my thought is, well, Africa. Same thing with people
Because learning English is so fucking easy. Like, I've seen people in my own family say this shit. Like, why the fuck don't they learn English? Like, you do realize English isn't... Motherfucker, you can barely speak English, so... You barely have a grasp of fucking English in videos on Twitter or in your shitty fucking books. And I still don't believe that whole dragon speaks bullshit. Because, like, you could have edited the shit after you used, like, you too fucking lazy to do that. But, like, English is a different language than a lot of, like... It's conjugated differently. There's different fucking alphabets. There's different... Like... Again, it's hard to go from, say... Chinese or Korean or Japanese or Hindi or Pashto to fucking English. Especially if you spoke fucking, you know, those other languages for the majority of your fucking life. Like...
Where you came from. More people that fly the Mexican flag. Mexico, if you love it so much.
Because of, oh no, people flying a non-American flag. Blah. You know, fuck freedom of expression, fuck freedom of speech. You know, fuck being, you know, fuck, you know, having, you know, like taking both, you know, taking one part of your heritage and, you know, putting that forward, you know.
I have a black friend. Seems odd if you're racist. You also have a black friend.
Yeah. Have you not seen the skeptic community on YouTube?
Welcome to the cookout. These men who understand the history of white supremacy in this country are actively making changes in their lives to try and correct speak up to say racist, sexist, homophobic things. Yeah, these are douchebags.
Which, again, like, somehow being... Like, it's a fucking douchebag. It's douchebaggy to go, hey, don't use that fucking word. But again, this is a guy who fucking uses the word faggot as an insult, you know. He just says that shit all the fucking time. He's called me a weeb faggot before. Of course he's gonna think the people who bring attention to that shit are fucking douchebags.
I support politicians and people who are directly interested in diversity and equality, blah, blah, blah. Basically, white men who cut themselves to your big black cock. So basically, anyone you agree with, they're fine. Well,
yeah, generally. Which I love that shit of like, oh, they cucked your black cock. What the fuck is it with you alt-right dickheads? And that's what he is. Let's not fucking beat around the bush. He's alt-right. But like, oh, fucking, he's cucking to your black cock. Because it's, apparently it's, you know, listening to other people's fucking experiences are like, that's bad. Fucking Jesus.
Well, I don't agree with you. I think you're a racist piece of shit, but welcome to the cookout. Because while I think what you write is reprehensible, I'm not sitting here saying you shouldn't be able.
You kind of said that shit with the people who have the Mexican flag, you know. It's like, oh, they fucking go back to Mexico, even though it's like, I'm having this flag, you know. It's a flag.
White men who are in the middle are actually selfie, blah, 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 blah. If you're neutral in situations of injustice, you've chosen the side of the oppressor.
That's true.
What?
It means if you don't do anything when you see actively shitty things going on, you're not helping the fucking oppressed. You're helping the oppressor.
If a kid refuses to share his toy with another kid, you stay out of the way, you're helping the selfish kid and allowing him to keep that toy. No, maybe there's a reason why the kid doesn't want to share his toy. Maybe it's special to him. Maybe a dead relative gave it to him. Maybe it's expensive.
And he doesn't. So, like, you're arguing in favor of greed. Like, you could still share toys that are precious to you. Be like, this, like, you could literally say, this toy is very precious to me. You know, a dead family member gave it to me. Please don't break it. If you break it, my heart will shatter, you know. You could say this kind of shit to fucking people. You know, or if it's expensive, be like, don't fucking break this, asshole. You know, this costs a lot of fucking money.
Maybe he just got it. Like,
He just got it, but he's that fucking attached to it. Ugh.
The notion of sharing that I should give 30% of my paycheck to some black group? No. They didn't earn the money. I did.
But he's not racist.
And I really don't give a fucking sauteed rat's cut like Desmond Tutu has to say.
Is it because he's black, or is it because he's a fucking bishop? I'm going to lean towards it's because he's black.
Sooner white men decide whether or not they want to share the country with soon. Okay, you said in the beginning that we're a minority, we're 36%.
Which is still more than black people.
Why is it then why do we hold all the keys?
Because the country was created by white people for white people, and that shit really hasn't changed in the intervening years. Because you went from having slavery to Jim Crow, which, you know, lasted until the fucking 60s. And there hasn't been really that much of a change in policy since those days. Like, that's why you can have people like Tamir Rice getting fucking gunned down by police, and the police don't get fucking prosecuted. Philando Castile can get fucking killed. And his fucking people who killed him don't fucking get prosecuted. George Zimmerman can kill fucking Trayvon Martin. He doesn't get fucking prosecuted. You know? Is it because white people are superior, Warcorpse?
Here's a thought. Maybe instead of running a shitty website, a shitty blog, maybe focus on your real career, and you might have more fucking money.
Says the man with 3 YouTube channels, and yet still bitches about channels getting taken down.
We can come to a resolution about our inequality. You have not provided any examples of inequality. You just said it exists. Well, I don't accept that.
Big fucking surprise.
If enough decide they don't want to share, I guess we can go to war and decide who stays. Okay. Now you've called for war. If enough decide they don't want to share, okay, so if enough white men say, you know what, we're sick of your fucking SJW bullshit, we're sick of you, you know, fucking saying this, that, and the third, we don't want to give more of our money to help you out. Like, what are you proposing, a white man tax? And then you want to go to war with us. I got news for you, dumbass. There is no greater force on earth who is better at war than white men. We conquered the fucking world. It took us 15 minutes to conquer Africa.
But colonially, you know, this is the same guy who's like, fucking colonialism isn't a fucking thing, and, you know.
The only ones who have been able to stand against us are Asians and Native Americans. We still won in the end, but it took us a hell of a lot. I hate to say it, Africa took about 20 minutes to conquer. So, you really want to take us on?
Asymmetrical warfare, fucker. Also, there's all the people who would help them. Like Ma. I'd enthusiastically help.
6%, you're 6%. Who do you think's going to win the war?
Well, ISIS has been kicking our ass for a while. We had trouble with Iraq and Afghanistan, so.
My preferred path is that white men simply realize we're all better off when we share this country as equals. We do! Right now!
No, we don't.
Oh, name me one right under the law that I have as a white man that you do not enjoy as a black man.
Because, there's no such things as, systematic racism in institutions. It's not necessarily legal what happens in these institutions, but there's not many repercussions. That's why you can get shit like George Zimmerman shooting Trayvon Martin and not going to jail, even though he's been, proven to be a violent person. That's how Tamir Rice can get, fucking characterized as a thug, even though he's a fucking 12-year-old, and this fucking 19-year-old who killed a bunch of fucking people in Florida, he's a broken child,
Name me one legal privilege that I enjoy as a white man that you do not enjoy as a black man. Name
a nice treatment by the police, probably. Although, if I was the police, I'd probably kneecap you. And I could probably make a justifiable case for kneecapping you with a baton.
Name me how... Show me the white man's court and the black man's court. You won't fight.
Pretty sure I've already done that, but Trayvon Martin getting killed by George Zimmerman and then George Zimmerman not getting fucking prosecuted. The cops who killed Philando Castile not getting prosecuted. The fact that Tamir Rice got killed by a cop, but a guy who shot and killed 17 fucking teenagers and other, and miscellaneous adults, he got fucking taken in alive. Dylan Roof, who shot and killed a bunch of black people in a black church, got fucking taken in alive. Richard Gere, who shot a bunch of people in a Planned Parenthood, got taken alive. But all these fucking black people who were doing nothing but minding their fucking business and going about their fucking lives are dead.
We all live under the same laws. We're all equal. We all have the same rights and responsibility and privileges in this society.
That's clearly not the fucking case.
I don't have more simply because I'm white.
Just because you don't realize it doesn't mean that isn't a thing.
Stop being lazy. If you don't want to live in a country with black, Mexican, or gay, stop being a coward and say so. I would prefer not to live in a country with whitey black men like you who seem to think that they're still being oppressed.
Yeah, because again, black people getting stopped by the police and ending up dead.
Like the fact that they have a bullshit website like this up that not being shut down. You can't fucking
Yeah, give Donald Trump's, enough time.
Provide any examples of how I'm more advantaged or privileged as a white.
And even if they did do that, you wouldn't fucking listen.
Man, than you are as a black man. As for Mexican or gays, I really don't give a shit. Welcome to the barbecue.
Yeah, thing is, you constantly use the word faggot, so.
It's gonna be great. Well, I gotta have the Mexicans there. Somebody's gonna. Joe.
Uh-huh. Okay, who are you trying to convince with that?
Rip the band-aid off and let's get it over with. Well, considering, I don't know what you want me to do, but, okay, fine. Again, you want to take us on in a war? Again, I gotta remind you, white people are the greatest people at war ever.
You say that, but if everybody who wasn't white, and some white people decided that we were going to... And also, you presume that people would actually... A vast majority of white people would want to fight that fucking war and not just go, fuck those racist dickheads. Yeah.
Share or share not? There is no... What do you want me to share? What, my money? No, I made it. I earned it. Fuck you. What do you fucking want?
If you actually read the entire thing, maybe it would be clear, but you're just going, oh, let me read some of this shit. Let me skip, blah, 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 blah.
You just say share this country. We already share it, douchebag.
Yes, because you look like a man who shares things.
Dad, I have to... What the fuck do you want us to do?
How about you listen? Open your ears. And not be a belligerent cunt. I know that's hard, because that's who you are, but, you know, if I can get past all the fucked shit that I've had in my fucking head, you should be able to get past all the fuck shit that you have banging around your fucking head.
Again, unless you can name me a law that I enjoy...
Again, you do realize there's, you know... There's other things than laws that... It's like... I'm talking to a brick fucking wall, right?
That I enjoy as a white man that you know as a black man. Shut the fuck up! Unless you just want to say that there should be a tax on white men for historical oppression that hasn't existed for a century and a half.
Actually, the oppression... If you want to get technical with institutional oppression, and not just, you know, implicit oppression and, you know, racist institutions and policies and shit like that, like mandatory minimums and, you know, the justice clusterfuck that it is, you know, the Justice Department and justice reform. Technically, oppression only stopped in the 60s, so it's been 60 years, not 150. So.
And by the way, I read your little scroll down manifesto of the thing that I had on earlier, and I gotta tell you, slavery ended a long fucking time ago.
Even though there's still slavery to this day, like human trafficking, slavery. You know, sex slaves, all those fucking things. That's slavery. Slavery's still a fucking thing. Slavery's still a fucking problem. And again, slavery was followed up with Jim Crow, and Jim Crow only ended in the 60s. And even then, it ended, but not so you'd notice. So.
And the Ku Klux Klan has been irrelevant for about 65 years.
Not true. Because they're still around to this day. They've expanded their criteria, but they're still there. Also, they didn't go away in the 50s. They went away, I guess. They first went away in the 60s, I want to say. But then they came back in the 80s and 90s. Another kind of irrelevant, but again, there are neo-Nazi groups like the Traditional Workers' Party, which is just it's the American take on the German Workers' Party, which became the Nazi Party. And then there's just, you know, all of the white supremacist bullshit, like Richard Spencer, which is one of the tags in the fucking thing he's, you know, talking about. Richard Spencer, who leads the... it's the Center for Policy Initiatives, I think, or whatever the fuck his group's called. The shit like that. There's Ben Shapiro, fucking Breitbart's fucking a bunch of racist bullshit. But like then there's just the National Socialist Movement, which is a thing. They were there in Charlottesville when shit started to go sideways. So, yeah. Can you go fuck yourself with a shotgun? Not a loaded shotgun, you know. Maybe, you know, if you want to load the shotgun, it's up to you. Just shove a shotgun right up your ass, you know. Just do it for humanity. And for people to laugh and fucking point and laugh at you because you're an asshole. But again, you're like, show us a fucking example. Like, you're not someone who would be open to listening to people. Like, you've historically been a closed-minded dickwad. You think fucking this country was built by white people, which is demonstrably not fucking true. Like, not at all. Slavery, this country was built on slavery. And then, you know, the fucking, we basically abused the shit out of Hispanic people. Fucking, it's like, Hispanic people are taking all our jobs and illegal immigrants are taking all our jobs. Yeah, they're taking the jobs that you fat piece of shit, wouldn't want to fucking do. And fuck all the people who are exploiting the fucking immigrants who come here illegally, you know. Fuck all the people, all the white people who are exploiting those fucking people. Like, you are so fucking dumb. You are historically fucked. You were geographically fucked, and you're probably still geographically fucked. But going back to before I actually do that, because in the video, you know, Warcorpse is geographically fucked. He doesn't realize that there's two different Congos. He just thinks there's one. He just thinks there's one Congo, but there's actually two countries with Congo in the name. There's the Republic of Congo, and then the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's two countries, but he said it would take 20 minutes to conquer. 20 minutes to conquer Africa. Even though it took a bunch of different countries to conquer Africa. And it, like, he's like the same people, like, you know, fucking the West didn't totally fuck Africa over, but he's like, oh, fucking we conquered Africa. Oh, it's fucking... Anywho, fuck Warcorpse and his rusty, crusty... crappy ass. I was gonna say something, but I decided not to. But yes, fuck Warcorpse because he is not only geographically fucked, but historically fucked. Ta-ta.